So guys, now with the dev server closed, we can finally talk a little bit about which of the three new AAAs, and to be honest, even compared to other AA systems, which of these will be better. We already talked a lot about that, but let's put a pin into this and try to answer this question, because we learned a lot of things with the dev server about these three new AA systems, and one of them in particular, I was expecting more, and it wasn't really a fully ready AA system, so it might change it up a little bit. But yeah, I already talked about this before the dev, but after the dev, I think my opinion changed, okay? So let's start. So first things first, guys, I think the AIRS SLM and maybe even the Panser, both of these AA systems, especially these, I mean, yes, the claws, right, the AIM-9X, AIM-120 launcher from the US, and some others, they might be up there as well, but I gotta be honest with you guys, the only ones that pose a threat to taking the crown of one of the best, together with the three new ones, I gotta say, it is the AIRS SLM, and it is the Panser, okay? Both of them are missiles that have enough energy to be on par with the other ones. So yeah, very much comparable to the CAM, right, missile, to the Sky Saber in a general sense, of course with a different guidance, but overall I can feel that these two, they are kind of on par with that. The Panser is a little bit easier to use, of course, uses a Cyclus, and yeah, I pronounced it incorrectly in the X4 video. It is, that missile is a MCLAOS, right? This is a Cyclus, right? But you get the point. Now, I understand, I forgot that there was a difference there, okay? So sorry, but yeah, the Panser is a little bit easier to use, but the AIRS SLM becomes a better missile overall, you know, and especially with the IR guidance, it's just perfect. So even though the CAM ER has plenty of range, it is still a missile that, you know, it's a little bit complicated sometimes because of multipath, right? So in a general sense, I would say that the CAM ER will be on par with the AIRS SLM and the Panser, but it will have this major problem, which is multipath, okay? And then we need to talk about the two major ones, the SLM and the Buk M3. As far as I can tell you guys, from the missile that we had, from the radar that we had, the radar was indeed not working properly, and I would assume that the radar is going to be a little bit better. But with the way that the Buk M3 was like working, even if we have a fixed SLM, I have a feeling that the Buk will still be better. That missile is so fast, it gets to speed so quickly, and the way that it works with the lofting and everything, I just think that yes, the Buk, a missile that not a lot of us were thinking that it was going to be the best because of the SLM, I think even if they fix the SLM, I still believe that it will be the best one, the Buk, right? Will the SLM be, you know, a bad AA system? No, it will probably be the second best. Both of them will still have a problem with multipath, but in a general sense, the Buk feels like a better missile, okay? So again, even if the SLM get fixed, I don't think it will get fixed enough to be better than the Buk from what I've seen. That includes having basically 3 radars that you can have in the launching system, conglomerate, right? Includes the speed of the missile climbing, the maximum speed in a general sense, the amount of climb that the missile actually does, and of course the ability of losing the main radar, like I said, and being able to still control and get kills, right? With the Tellar launchers, right? Something that is SLM, even if it has a better, maybe a missile that should be better, that gets fixed, and with the radar in mind, maybe will get fixed as well. I have this deeper feeling that the Buk is still going to be the best, which is insane if you ask me. And I gotta be honest, guys, I'm gonna try to predict the future a little bit over here. Is that we might actually see something like a Patriot for the US, the early ones, I don't know, something like that, to be on par with these Buk system, because this Buk system is on par with S300s, early S300s, and it has even a better guidance system, a better radar, everything, right? So in a general sense, I was kind of surprised. I knew that it was going to be good, but not as much. And honestly, the SLM, yes, it is going to be good, even when it's fixed, but I don't think they can fix their own way on being better than the Buk. It's kind of scary how good the Buk was. Actually, if he had a little bit more flight time, guidance time and everything, it could actually go beyond 100 kilometers, that missile. It's just crazy how much energy he has. I couldn't get a kill at 80, 90 kilometers just because the test that I did, for some reason, he basically respawned my friend that was testing. And then with that, the missile just lost its navigation because he was, he basically respawned in the way that he was returning to the battlefield, right? He keeps appearing and stuff, and he had returned to the battle, and then the missiles just stopped looking for him for some reason. So, yeah, it's something that I think it's pretty incredible, and yeah, the Buk is gonna be pretty amazing. So overall, I believe the Buk will be the best one. But have it in mind, guys, that multipath is gonna be a problem. Short-range launches for all of these AA systems will be a problem. But still, I just have a deeper feeling that the guy will be spawning in and he will be already getting shot with a Mach 4.5 missile. That's the Buk, right? The SLM does a similar thing, but overall, I don't know, it turns more, but at the end of the day, it loses a lot more energy. Like I said, the missile was not ready. Let's wait and see. But I have a deeper feeling that the Buk will be the best one. Okay? So out of all AA systems, I think the Buk is going to be the best. Some in the second best. Apart from the multipath, we're going to have to check how in a real battle that would work. And then, of course, the three other ones, the Sky Saber, the Panser, and the AIRS. Not in that order, but, the three of them kind of in the mix there. So basically, this is it. Let me know in the comments what you think about which of these will be the best. See you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. And yeah, guys. See ya. Bye.